your weekend was, but today we are going to discuss what does KidSafe really mean. So let's get started. Woo, I'm feeling it this morning, you guys. We are going to be answering questions this whole live show. How do you get through a day? To me, it smells like a very light kind of pine scent. So if you've been wanting to get one of these drop shop items, we are just going to have lots of fun. Who is ready for some life hacks? We have all of this fun stuff to give away. It's colorful, cozy. Really, we just like to get to know our customers. Never look a horse in the Cheez-It. That giggle at the end was pretty cute.
That's the first time we've heard it, actually.
Yeah.
Because you guys are usually laughing. There we go.
Wait, it's always been there?
Yeah, it's always been
there. But
there.
the Cheez-Its makes us laugh every time so we don't hear it?
Yeah.
But I was so focused on not seeing comments that we didn't laugh.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's amazing.
Something new. You find something new every day in the show.
Look at the amazing things you learn when you're watching Plant Therapy's lives. Okay, well, comments are just coming through, so hopefully you guys were watching. It did say that we have viewers. I don't know why the comments took longer to come through. Maybe Danny knows, I don't know. But hopefully you were able to see the introduction. Today we are going to be discussing what does KidSafe really mean. And we are having a special guest join us today. Tyler is going to be joining us to talk about what KidSafe really means and how to use non-KidSafe oils when you have children. And I believe we also might throw a little pup and pony information in there. Also how to use, non-pup and pony safe oils when you have pups in the home, ponies in the stalls, hopefully. Anyway, so we're going to talk about that, but it looks like we're getting a few more comments, so I'm going to see who's joining us now. We have Cindy says hi from Georgia. Christina has joined us from Portland. Ashley's joined us from Phoenix. Sandy from Vermont. Cassie says hey, hey from Arizona. Hey, hey, Cassie. We have Anna says hi, everybody. Anna Bananas here from Strawberry Plains, Tennessee. Is it really called Strawberry Plains?
I wonder if there's strawberries there.
Yeah. Anna, I need to know. Sandra's joined us from Pennsylvania. Lavender and Pine has joined us from Florida. Nora says happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, Nora. We have Camo Tiger from Caldwell. Penny from the Gold Coast. And so many other people. Jessica from Colorado. Rachel from New Hampshire. Rachel, do you say New Hampshire or New Hampshire? Does anybody say New Hampshire?
I've never heard it.
Okay,
I've never heard it that way, but I'm going to start.
I always say New Hampshire, but I always wonder if the person who lives in that state says it different, right? Like, am I messing up your state name? You never know unless you live there, I think. You would say it different.
How do you say Idaho?
Idaho.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But I say a lot of things wrong, so. Anna says, yes, it is Strawberry Plains, and we do have strawberries at the grocery store. I don't know. That makes me want to laugh and cry. Mostly laugh, though, as you could tell. Okay, who do we have joining us on Instagram today?
We have Plasma Speedo. Says, I just mixed love vanilla and orange together in a roll-on for the most beautiful perfume. Thank you for being amazing. Whiskey Last One
Daddy's
says,
still laughing.
I can't
He's
get that
picturing
out of
a
my head.
Speedo, you guys. We have a problem.
Whiskey Last One says, happy Wednesday. Mom of Boys says, hello from Chile, Missouri. Lawson 12 says, afternoon from Alberta. We have Oak Leaf Wellness, good evening from a very rainy and cool Texas. KMK Chick 1512 says, good evening from Phoenix. Let's see here.
Awkward silence.
Scrolling down, Juicy4Apple says it's 8 a.m. in Singapore now, bright and sunny.
Oh,
Let
nice.
me see if I can find one more here. Jenny Lynn 75 says, hi from Michigan.
Hi, thank you everyone for joining. I haven't seen anybody tell us how their weekend was though. Everyone's just telling us where they're joining from, how the weather was, which you know we love, but how was everyone's weekend? We want to know that too. Is that a lemon tree? It is a lemon tree. It is a fake lemon tree, but it is still a lemon tree. So that's worth something.
Yeah, we don't have any windows in here, so everything has to be fake.
And look how cute. Did you guys notice we have a new plant here? And we have a throw, which is adorable, and I might steal it for my house because that's a really pretty color pink, like that rose, that soft rose. It's beautiful. Oh no, I'm seeing some people saying that they were sick over the weekend. I know, mine was just a head cold, you guys, but boy, did I act like a baby.
A lot of people say they were sick or dealing with the flu.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Lots of pink eye. We've been having lots of pink eye here in our area as well. Lots of pink eye, lots of strep, lots of flu, lots of head colds, lots of earaches. What else have you guys heard? I mean, just lots of sicknesses.
Well, Lisa said she ripped her foot. I ripped my foot.
Oh.
What does that even mean? That sounds so painful.
It does sound painful.
Ripped my foot?
It does sound painful. Lisa, let us know what that means. Good news is that the weekend's over. It's now Wednesday, and it's Back Weird Oils time.
Yay.
So Danny's going to play the introduction. We're going to tell you how you can participate and possibly win an oil. Let's go, Danny.
Back Weird Oils. They are the name of your essential oils, but only backwards. That's why they're Back Weird Oils. Back Weird Oils.
I got it wrong. Oh my
goodness.
goodness. I know that little girl.
This one is super tough.
That's my cute niece. Oh my goodness. That's Chris's daughter. So adorable.
Yeah, so here, I'll flip it up a little bit. Whoop, whoop.
Okay, so let me tell you how you can participate. What we're going to do here, for those who haven't played the Backward Oils game with us, we have a lovely little girl. Usually it's an employee, but technically we can call her an employee. She is the owner's daughter.
Kind of an employee.
So we have someone say an oil, and then Danny uses smart stuff to reverse that so that when we hear the oil being said, it's actually backwards. And then we have to guess what oil they're saying. So how you're going to participate is, even if you have no idea what oil they're saying, guess an oil and leave your guess in the comment section. And then once everyone has guessed, but once we figure it out, we're going to scroll through all of the guesses. And even if you didn't guess right, we're still going to scroll through and we're going to choose somebody to win that oil. So all you have to do is leave your guess in the comment section. Even if you have no idea, put an oil down, anything. We just want you to participate. So Danny, are we ready?
Ready.
We're
Here
ready.
we go.
Oh
This
no.
one is so hard.
Oh, she's so cute.
So here's your hint.
Okay.
This is a single oil. This is a little girl, so she isn't saying the whole. She's using part of.
She's
the
4.
name. Yeah, so like.
That helps.
So this is slowed down a little bit. Here we go.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm going to start saying some guesses we got
let's-
Hold
coming
on,
let's hear
I
some
have
guesses.
to head on over. Do you guys know what it is?
Dill, neroli,
No.
alemi.
Yuzu,
Did you say alemi?
I did.
It's not alemi?
elamite. I don't
You
really
know, whatever.
We don't really know.
Alemi.
Lemon, balsam fir. I'm seeing a lot of
Lime?
yuzu, rose, fennel,
Lime
Ew.
is the closest so far.
lemon.
Lime is
And lemon's pretty close.
yuzu,
No, we already said yuzu.
Lime.
a type
Lemon.
of lime.
Yeah, it's a type of citrus.
Bergamot, mandarin.
Here we go.
Tangerine?
I'm playing it one more time. Okay, mandarin
Sweet orange?
is very close. Oh! Oh, shoot.
Orange.
Orange. Here we go. One more time.
Oh, so cute. Oh my goodness.
I didn't know
adorable.
that's how you said orange.
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 Orange. Oh, Janers, that's too cute. Oh my goodness. I hope I'm going to make sure my sister watches this so that she can show her how adorable she was. Cute. Okay, so I'm going to get to the top of where we started bringing in guesses right here. And I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to scroll through. Eyes are closed.
Look at those eyes.
Just look at those eyes that you can't see because they're closed. Okay, right here. We have Andrea Parasco. Her guess was Rosalina. Andrea Parasco, you just won yourself a 10 mil orange. So cute. Congratulations, Andrea. We'll need you to email cs@planttherapy.com and we'll get it sent to you. And then we're going to choose one more winner.
Oh, that's you, Katrina.
Okay, I was just making sure. Is it Instagram winner or are you doing
Yes.
another one? Okay. Don't want to jump the gun.
I think it's cute that she covers her eyes.
She does.
G.E. Jellyfish.
GE Jellyfish, that's
Who
fantastic.
said orange?
Oh, yay, they guessed
job.
right. So GE Jellyfish, you also just won yourself a 10 mil orange, so email cs@planttherapy.com and we will get it sent to you. Awesome
Alright.
possum. Okay, so thank you for participating in our Back Weird Oils. We do that on all of our lives, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So every time we do Back Weird Oils, which is every single one of our lives, all of our amazing customers who are watching gets a chance to win that oil. So keep watching, keep participating, because every time you get a chance to win. Okay, so we have another winner that we want to announce. Our winner for our weekend with PT. So usually we announce this on Monday. I don't know what Danny's doing back there.
I'm talking to Tyler.
Oh, Tyler. Usually,
I thought he was talking to the tree.
Tyler and I are just having a conversation.
he's like, wait, Retha needs about 20 more minutes before we get to you, Tyler. Anyways, we usually announce the weekend with PT winners on...
Sorry.
Stop it. On Monday, however, since we weren't here Monday, we are announcing it today. So let's tell us who our weekend with PT winner is today.
And
What
the
hand
winner
is that?
Oh,
I don't know. It looks.
I wonder if it's one of Ashley's little girls. Did
It might
Ashley
be.
take this picture?
Yes.
Oh
I
my
believe,
goodness.
though, that is. I believe that is Brooke's hand.
Oh, is it
But doesn't
really?
it look like a tiny
It does
hand?
look like a little girl's hand.
Yeah, it's Brooke's.
Well, it looks like it. Wait, we need to talk about that, Brooke.
So here's our winner. The winner is.
Did you hear talking?
Oh, sorry. J.R. Caparis.
J.R. Caparis. Cold and flu season. Oh, means diffusing marjoram sweet, eucalyptus globulus, and orange sweet to make breathing easier. Middle child says it smells like Sprite at home.
Ooh.
That's adorable. So for those who need that again, marjoram, eucalyptus, and orange sweet apparently smells like Sprite.
Ooh, I like Sprite.
So that is our weekend with PT winner, and they win a $15 credit at planttherapy.com. So for you to enter our weekend with PT during the week and on the weekend, we want you to take a picture of using your products, whatever that looks like. The customer does not have to be in the picture, but take a picture of how you're using your products during the week and hashtag that picture, share that picture on social media and use hashtag weekend with PT. We randomly pull those hashtags and choose a winner from somebody that shared the picture using that hashtag. So make sure to share your picture on social media, use hashtag weekend with PT, and then we choose and announce the winners on Monday, usually, Monday morning during our live. So, and all the winners get $15 account credit to planttherapy.com. So congratulations, J.R. Caparis.
Caparis.
I'd go either way. I mean, they probably have a way to say it, but it could be either way coming out of my mouth. Okay, who's ready to talk to the lovely Tyler?
So, just a second here. We're going to. Okay.
Danny's getting Tyler ready. I'm going to come look at comments while Danny's doing that. Weekend with PT. Misty says, zombie blood / Defender smells like Mountain Dew to her. have a little Mountain Dew going in one room, a little Sprite in another room.
All right. Tyler, can you hear us?
Well, there's two Tylers. Oh, that's not a touch screen.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Here, just a second. We're going to go. There we go.
Thanks, Danny.
You're welcome.
Otherwise, Tyler has a big thing in front of his face.
Which he's got a big thing on his face. Look at that beard.
Look at that beard. Okay, Tyler, we are excited to talk to you about KidSafe. And not only what does KidSafe mean, but how can customers, because I know it's a big thing that our customers, anytime we launch a new product or oil of the month, is it KidSafe, is it KidSafe? And we really want to educate our customers that it is possible to use non-KidSafe oils even when you have children in the home. And I know that that's something that some customers choose not to do, which is completely acceptable, but we do want to educate our customers on how you can use it for those who do choose and who do want to take advantage of non-KidSafe oils when they have children in the home. So Tyler, do you want to start out by telling us what does KidSafe actually mean? What is KidSafe?
Yeah, so KidSafe is our line of essential oils that are labeled as safe for children 2 and up. Our KidSafe blends are, they were created by our aromatherapists and Robert Tisserand on some of them, geared towards problems that we face with our children, generally around 2 years old and older. So that's essentially what our KidSafe line is. KidSafe oils can be used with children under 2. They're the safer ones to use with children under 2. But there are special guidelines that you need to follow, which we do have a blog post on that. So if you guys haven't seen that, definitely check it out. But yeah.
Yeah, and something like Tyler said, they can be used under 2, and the reason that there's special guidelines is because, especially when you're using topically, just because there's still so much development with children under the age of 2. Their skin is thinner, right? So you'll see a lot of the same extra precautions with children under the age of 2 that you do with older people as well. And so yeah, that's why there's a little bit of extra precaution that we like our customers to take if using essential oils with children under the age of 2. But you definitely can do it safely, like Tyler mentioned. So Tyler, we have our KidSafe blends, and as most of our customers, if not all of our customers know, we also mark all of our single products as all of our single essential oils as whether or not those products are KidSafe. Do you want to talk a little bit about what goes into deciding if a product is KidSafe, or kind of like our plant therapy's pretty strict regulations and why we give that information to customers?
Yeah, so there are lots of considerations that we take when we decide whether or not to mark a blend or a single KidSafe. One of those is the constituents that make up the oil. We go through the GCMS reports, go line by line by line to look at all of the constituents that are in that oil. If there are any that are not good for the skin, they require a low max dermal rate. If there's toxicity concerns, carcinogenic concerns, anything like that, it's a no. We won't label that as KidSafe just because, as Robert Tisserand would say, when you weigh the risks versus benefits, the risks just don't make sense. So
Right.
We won't put the label on there. And another thing is if it causes like respiratory concerns, we would not label that as KidSafe. So yeah, we just basically look line by line by line to see what makes up the oil, the considerations that we would take for ourselves and how that would impact our kids.
Yeah, and it's important to note that there are so many other essential oil options that that we don't feel like Tyler said, you know, the risk outweighs the benefits, right? Because there are so many other essential oils that you can use that will give you really the same therapeutic benefit. Your kids will find just as much success with using them. And so when there's an oil that does have an extra precaution, whatever that might be, even if it's like really quite so mild, if there's anything that's just a little bit extra concerning, we won't mark it as KidSafe because there are so many other options. I'm also being told there's a bug.
There's a bug? Like
Yes, our customers are saying there is a bug somewhere and it's starting to freak me out. Legit. One customer even said she couldn't watch because she can't handle bugs. Danny, you don't have like a fake bug on set, do you? Because I will cry. Okay. Guys, please tell us, ouch, that shocked me. That seat shocked me. Please tell us where you see a bug. Okay, that's all. Hopefully, I'm like looking on Tyler's screen. Is there a bug crawling on Tyler? There's not, Tyler, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't see any bugs.
Okay, enough about bugs. I don't know.
But this does remind me of that.
Are you laughing at me, Andrea? Is there really a bug? Or did you guys just try to start? There's literally so many bugs. Oh, it was Danny's hand. Really?
Oh, I must have moved the camera that was live.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
My hand is extremely hairy, so it does look like a bug.
Everybody
As long
on
as it's
Instagram
not a
doesn't see
spider.
a bug, so it must have
Okay,
been.
well, no bug, false alarm. I really hope so. Okay, anyway, so back to KidSafe, which bugs are not. Just kidding. Jemima, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. She said, did I hear correctly that some oils are carcinogenic? So yes, that's actually correct. Really what it comes down to is some constituents within oils, when used at very high doses, can be carcinogenic. We have in the past, there are oils that we sell that we will not sell because there are higher carcinogenic concerns with that oil, but when we're saying that an oil, that there's a constituent in an oil that is possibly carcinogenic, all the research that had gone into kind of come up with that conclusion is based off of very, very large amounts of that constituent. So that's not anything I'm actually personally concerned at any level, and even for my children. However, we did set like a zero tolerance policy with children. However, for my children, that's not something I'm even concerned on a personal level with my children. Because, and that word sounds really scary, but it's really like all the tests, and they've been done on rats, and it's been like, injecting them with this, and I know that that's sad, but injecting them with this, constituent at this high level, and, then there sometimes causes concern, right? And we would expect that. But that's definitely something. Tyler, do you know if we have a blog post on carcinogenic oils, constituents, off the top of your head?
I don't think we do, but I think that we should.
I'm going to search really fast, because that is definitely something we could do to help our customers, because it does sound scary, and this is just my personal opinion based off of everything that I know about essential oils. It truly has never carcinogenic. I spell that right? It's truly nothing that I personally have that concerns me in any way, even with my children. So it doesn't look like we do. So that's, I think that, having this question come up, like Tyler said, that is definitely something that we can look into doing a blog post about. I know Andrea said poor rats. It's true. And unfortunately, that is usually what animal the testing is done on. So let's see, and this is any testing plant therapy does, by the way. Like, all of our products are cruelty-free. We're Leaping Bunny approved, like every single one of our products. So that's nothing plant therapy does. It's simply just, what we know, from all the research that you can study and learn about. But it's nothing plant therapy does, just to make that super clear.
I can't remember who said it. Oh, Sherry. Sherry said most things are carcinogenic at high levels.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if we're going to talk about California for a second, everything in California is carcinogenic, right? Like, it is the truth. And not to lessen that there really are things that can be concerning, right? So not to lessen that. I don't mean to make light of it, although I do often joke about California. But I don't mean to make light of carcinogenic things. But in high doses, you know, a lot of things are not great for us. And so when you're thinking about it, this is very specific constituents. It's not like this essential oil is carcinogenic, right? It's this constituent within this essential oil is carcinogenic, used at super high levels. And because it's such a small percentage in the essential oil, and then when you dilute it, it's even a more small percentage. Like, it's not anything that I have ever personally been concerned about. But we'll do a blog post on it. We'll look at that, do a blog post on it. And then, you know, our customers get to do their own education and make, you know, the best educated decisions for their families and for themselves. Okay, so back to KidSafe. So we have the line, like Tyler said, of all of our blends, which are formulated specifically for concerns that, you know, children have, whether that's sleeping or, you know, concentration or, you know, head lice, all of those things that often happen with children. We have a line specifically formulated and designed for them. And then we mark all of our singles. And like Tyler said, there's lots of things, whether it's a hot oil, we have a 0 tolerance carcinogenic policy for children. And then we'll mark our single products, our single essential oils, whether KidSafe or not. I was going to go somewhere with this, Tyler. I really was.
Another thing that I did not mention when we were talking about whether or not an oil is KidSafe or not is if there's not very much known about an oil, like blue cypress, we would not mark that as KidSafe either, just because there isn't much known about it. So we don't know how many, or if there are any problems or constituents that we're not familiar with or anything of that nature, which would also be not KidSafe, just because if we don't know, we don't want you to risk it.
Yep, that's absolutely true.
Now, how do you guys say blue cypress?
Not like that.
I love the way everybody says the different names of oils. And I can make fun of Tyler because we're brothers.
We're brothers.
From different mothers, but we are brothers. He can grow my facial hair. I can't.
I am seeing some customers talking about using KidSafe blends on adults, and all of our KidSafe products are undiluted, full-strength essential oils. We're just using the single oils that are marked KidSafe to create these blends specifically formulated for children, for children's needs, right? But adults also have those needs. And so yeah, they will be just as effective on adults as they are children. The only difference you're really going to see is that when we recommend a dilution, we're usually going to recommend a greater dilution for children than we are for adults. You know, just because they're still growing and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, there was lots of questions on that. Okay, so there are some essential oils that don't meet plant therapy strict standards of KidSafe. Is it okay if customers who have children still purchase those oils and use them in their home?
That is a good question.
Okay, he didn't want to answer that question. He's mad at you guys.
I think Tyler's coming back.
Well, let me ask this question. It was kind of interesting here. Are my KidSafe oils colored from the oils that they are made out of? For example, Nighty Night comes out blue. Is that intentional?
So, hi.
Hello.
No, that's not intentional. So the reason that Nighty Night is blue, we had a question, Tyler, that I'm answering. And then we'll get back to you. The reason Nighty Night is blue is because of one of the oils in Nighty Night is a deep blue. And so none of our essential oils are actually colored. If they are naturally that color, then you'll see that. But Nighty Night, the label color is blue because blue often, you know, refers to sleep, relaxation. That color is a very relaxing color. And it just happens that one of the oil we use in it is a deep blue oil, which then causes the blend to be blue.
Yeah, what oil is that, Tyler? What oil In
Blue tansy.
Tyler's obsessed with blue tansy, you guys. Oh, so funny. Okay, Tyler, so before you decided to leave us, my question for you was, so our customers who do have children in the home, if they want to take advantage of oils that we don't mark as KidSafe, because there are some amazing oils that we do not mark as KidSafe, can they use that oil safely in their home? Nope. Tyler, we lost you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
He looks.
Oh, he's like, she's singing, I'm out. Well, I'm going to answer that question. Oh, wait, maybe.
Okay, listen, you'll have to repeat that entire question.
Tyler, can customers who have kids, our customers are like, we get it. Can customers who have kids use non-KidSafe oils in their home? It gets shorter every time I ask it.
Yes, they can.
Okay, how can they?
So, as I laid out in the blog post that published earlier today, there are a few different ways that you can use those essential oils. One of them is in a personal inhaler. Aromatherapy jewelry is another option. Topically on yourself, and then diffusion. Now, each of those you have to dive in a little bit, because obviously it's not safe to just diffuse the non-KidSafe oils around your kids. What that means, so if you're going to diffuse the essential oils that aren't labeled as KidSafe, you want to make sure you're doing it when your children aren't home, and if you're diffusing in a room that they are not in, and they won't be in for at least an hour or two. Just because, waiting an hour or two before introducing them to the space that you were diffusing in, it lets the essential oils, fade, get out of the air, kind of settle a little bit before introducing them into the room.
Okay.
So personal inhalers, that's kind of an obvious one. When you're using an inhaler, you're using it for just yourself. You're inhaling it when you need to. You can put a cap on it, keep it away from your kids. That way they're not exposed to it. Aromatherapy jewelry is essentially the same thing. The considerations you want to take with jewelry over inhalers is that if you have younger children that you're holding a lot, you obviously wouldn't want to hold an infant when you have a diffuser locket on, because they're getting that aroma just like you are. But for older kids that you're not constantly holding, that's another easy way to get it for yourself without having to worry about exposing it to them. And then topically, it's the same concept. If you're not holding a child all the time, you can apply it to yourself, especially in covered spaces. So like for back pain, you can put it on your back because it's under your shirt. You're still getting the benefits, but you're not exposing your younger children to that. What none of this takes into consideration is for those that are pregnant or breastfeeding. When you're pregnant, there are a lot of different oils that you can use, but also that you can't use. These aren't ways you would want to use those oils that you can't use, just because there's risks for yourself, not just for your children. Mm-hmm. And then breastfeeding, we don't really talk about that either in this blog post, because again, primarily, even for yourself, when you're breastfeeding, you want to use KidSafe oils, just because there's a higher risk of exposing your younger children that you're feeding to those oils. And there is a small chance that some of those oils that you're using can transfer into the milk. It's kind of one of those small possibilities, but it's a possibility nonetheless, so it's best to just avoid it.
Yeah. And something else to keep in mind that I think is really important that we always recommend our customers is do your own research and make a decision that you feel is best for your family. So when we're talking about the KidSafe oils, this is Plant Therapy's recommendation based off of us having to educate wide variety of people and with different children at different ages, and them maybe not being as educated as some other customers. So we have set just like a zero tolerance, very strict policy. However, I'm a rebel, and almost all of our non-KidSafe oils, there are a few like cinnamon I won't use around my children. I actually had bad experiences with that. But almost all of our non-KidSafe ones, I have found and choose to use them around my children. Because I'm very familiar with those oils. I know exactly why they're not KidSafe, so I know a safer way to use it or whatever, right? So just because an oil is not KidSafe, I would just really highly recommend that the oils you do have in your stash, like really get to know them, right? Understand why they aren't KidSafe if they're not KidSafe. Is it something that, for example, there might be like an ylang-ylang, right, which has a topical concern. So you might feel completely comfortable diffusing that in your home when you have young children in the home or when they're in there, but it might be something you choose not to use topically on them because nope, Tyler, you're gone again.
I know.
Oh, you're there. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying something to us. Were you talking to someone?
I was yelling at Jonah.
Well, that's totally fine. Although in a minute, we do have customers wanting to know what Jonah's favorite oil is, so keep that in mind.
Okay.
Anyway, so please do your own research, because it's really important for plant therapy that as we're educating you, that you're taking that information and then further educating yourself and doing what you feel is best for you and your family, because that's going to look different for everyone. And we would hate for our education to prevent someone from using an oil that could be very beneficial to them and that they really want to use, just because it kind of scares them. That's not the point of our education. Our education is just so you're aware and that you can do further education and make the best choice for you and your family. So don't let anything that we ever say scare you. Do further research, ask us questions, read our blog post when we're talking about that oil, learn more about it. Oh, there he is. He's going to come and tell us what his favorite oil is. And just keep that in mind, that as we come out with new products and you see, it's not KidSafe, keep that in mind. What does that mean? Ask questions, because we're always happy to continue to help you learn, and just kind of give you that basic information, as especially for those who are just starting out with using essential oils.
What are they talking about?
What are we talking about? Jonah, you know what we're talking about. We're talking about what your favorite oil is. Do you have a favorite oil?
To smell? What's your favorite one to smell?
I don't know.
Is it orange? Yeah.
Oh, one of my little boy's favorite is lime. So a citrus.
You like lime? Mm-hmm.
I also like lemon.
Lemon. Yeah, those citruses are often little kids' favorites, aren't they? That's pretty cute, Jonah. Jonah, do you know that you have a lot of people watching you right now? Yeah. You do. There's going to be so many comments of people so excited that you're on. Can you wave hi to everyone?
Can you wave hi?
There he is.
Say hello, hello.
They're going to be so excited. They were so excited to know what your favorite oil is, so thanks, Jonah. You're welcome. We do have a question. Anna says, what if it is in body care? Can you still hug your children? So this is something that we're actually changing up in plant therapy a little bit. And we will have like an official statement that we're coming out with to help our customers. But plant therapy, we do get a lot of questions on our body care, whether it's safe to use with children, whether it can be used in pregnancy and nursing, because we have had such strict standards on our essential oils. And the direction that plant therapy is going to be moving, and you're going to see more information from us in the near future on this, is all of our KidSafe recommendations are going to be specific to essential oils only. So essential oil blends, essential oil singles, that is where we're going to give our recommendation, because that's where it truly matters. Because not knowing how our customers are diluting it, how they're using it, that's where there's concern with those. When we're formulating a finished product like a body care, like our body butter, or other finished products that we will be launching this year, when we are formulating that finished good, right, like that finished body care products, we are keeping those things in mind, and we aren't going to be using an oil that isn't safe to use topically. So from our standpoint, all of our body care, unless specifically otherwise stated, is kid safe, is pregnancy and nursing safe. It's nothing that we would say you can't use on your children, you can't use on, while pregnant or nursing. If there's an actual concern with a finished goods product that's not an essential oil, then we will be very specific and make sure. Otherwise, we will not be labeling our body care as kid safe or pregnancy or nursing safe, because we're taking that into consideration. The ingredients are clean. We're using safe ingredients, the essential oils, the dilution at which they're made, because it is a finished product made specifically to be used in that way. We're comfortable that if you choose to use it when pregnant or nursing or with children, that there's no concern in that. Of course, like we always recommend, educate yourself. If there's something in it that you don't feel comfortable, that's 100% up to you. But it's not going to be something that plant therapy is marking as kid safe or pregnancy or nursing safe anymore. And that change is going to be coming really soon. So I'm glad that you asked that question, because really the concern is the undiluted, the strong concentrated essential oil. And that's where we feel like it's most important for us to set guidelines, especially for new essential oil users. But a finished product, we have no concern with that at all. So like I said, you're going to be getting more information, but Anna, thank you for asking that question so I could help clarify. And I'm like, there's been so many comments since I've been holding that one to make sure.
There's a ton of questions.
Okay, so Tyler, anything else you want to say before we just answer some customer questions on KidSafe?
No, I think that
else?
pretty much covers it. So any questions that people have, I think we can move on to that.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so while I'm scrolling, if you saw any questions, and I'll start to scroll.
Okay, Miss Jennifer Ann is asking, are all KidSafe oils okay for breastfeeding, just diffusing wise?
No.
Most are. There are a couple,
Most of them,
like
there's
maybe
just
two.
There's just a few
Yeah.
that would not be.
Yeah, but we do.
I don't know what they are on the top of my head, but I know it's not a flat.
Yeah. We do have a pregnancy and nursing safe chart, so I would just compare those with our KidSafe ones, and then maybe on your KidSafe chart, just cross those ones off. But there is just I want to say like 2 or 3 on there.
Yeah.
Danny, I think your wife is asking, at what age can you start using non-KidSafe oils? So our kind of guidelines are our KidSafe oils were formulated for children 2 to 10. And that really is for, like Tyler had mentioned, the concerns with children those ages, and those are what blends we come up with, is those, the top concerns that children between the ages of 2 to 10 face. You can use KidSafe oils on children less than 10, and you can use non-KidSafe oils on children younger than 10. However, 10 is kind of just like, like I said, we have to draw a line somewhere, and 10 is where we drew that line. But do your research. So 2 to 10 is kind of what the line we've drawn, but do your research, because you can use it younger on children younger than 2, and you can start using non-KidSafe oils on children younger than 10. So do your research and make that decision based off of your child, based off of what oil you're using.
That was my
I
wife.
think something.
It says Heidi Loftmiller, so unless there's another one.
Oh, Tyler, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I think based off of what Retha said, I think something else that's worth pointing out to you guys, and I pointed it out in the blog post too, is if there's any doubt in your guys' minds, KidSafe is just a good choice. And something that we get asked a lot is, well, can I use KidSafe oils on myself? And the answer is yes. The oils don't lose their benefits just because you hit that 10 mark.
Yeah.
They're still a great option for us as adults, and obviously our kids. So if you have a problem and it can be addressed with a KidSafe blend and you have that, use it.
Yeah, and some of our KidSafe oils are my absolute favorites, and I prefer to go to them, like the Sniffle Stopper. I'd go to that one any day with like Rosalina, any day over any other oils that help with congestion. I think it works so fantastic, and you know how I feel about Immune Boom, like don't get me started, right? So some of the like singles, obviously, and there's a ton of singles that are KidSafe: lavender, tea tree, spearmint, lemon, like a lot, almost all the citruses. So there's so many good options. And like Tyler said, just because they're kid safe doesn't mean they're not effective for adults. So yeah, absolutely use those. Ashley says, do you diffuse Be Mine around your kids? I haven't diffused Be Mine. I probably would. I diffuse most things around my kids. There's only like really intense cinnamon blends I won't diffuse around my kids, just because we've kind of had poor experiences with that, long ago. So I won't do that anymore. I use Be Mine in a passive diffusion around my kids, but I haven't diffused it in my house, but honestly, I probably would. But hey, that's just me. I do a lot of things. I'm kind of a rebel. Yes, Danny.
Kathy so she's talking about one of my favorite KidSafe blends. It's better than Kisses. She says, I have a roll-on. I'm of the impression you can use this for cuts, wounds that are cleaned. But if the wound keeps bleeding again, how do I get the blend on the wound in a hygienic way? Is it self-cleaning like soap?
It wouldn't be self-cleaning. So I would recommend like rolling it on your finger and then applying it, to a clean finger, or even like rolling it on like a cotton ball or something like that and applying it in that way. Or you could always open it and like dump a little bit on a cotton pad or something and apply it that way. But the roll-on would not be self-cleaning. So if it is bloody and stuff, I would not recommend using the roll-on to apply it. I would, apply the roll-on onto something else and then apply it.
I roll it straight on my Band-Aids. And then put my Band-Aid.
That would be a great option too.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love and Wisdom 12 is asking, so the adults should use the higher end of the recommended dilution rate. For example, if the KidSafe blend recommended dilution is 2 to 4%, the adult should go to the 4% dilution.
Not necessarily. Nope. So I would say I always recommend kind of starting at the lower end, because honestly, that's usually enough. Most of the time, the only reason that we would really recommend an adult to go to a higher end, one, if you're not getting the benefit you want with a lower end, but usually for like very concentrated like muscle or pain purposes, we usually recommend a much higher dilution to help with that like specific area of concern. But otherwise, less is more usually. Yeah, I would say depending on how familiar you are with the oils, I think starting with the 2% versus the 4%, if you need to go up, you absolutely could safely do that. But I always recommend starting with less. And like for the KidSafe roll-ons, I always refill those, and I always do them at the exact same dilution that says on the labels, and they work just as well for me. So adults can use a stronger dilution, but you don't have to. Like it's usually not needed unless it's a very topical like pain concern, and then we usually are going to recommend a higher dilution to help with that pain.
Yeah, there are a lot of questions. We probably won't get to all of them. Let's go ahead and take two more quick questions.
I just see lots of people being like, new products? Did you say new products? What new products? We have a lot of new products. We're very excited about all the new products we're coming out with. That's all I'm going to say. Lots of new lines too. Whatever, it's awesome. That's all.
Lisa had a really good question for you, Tyler. It says, what about wash-off products for kids? Do they have the same guidelines? For example, she said that she has a soap that if her kids accidentally use that soap that has a non-kid safe oil in it, is that a problem?
I would not really be concerned about it, especially for a wash-off product. I would say that I wouldn't run with that and use it anyways, but if they just, like you said, happen to get it and get a little on them, rinse it off, it would be fine. Not really anything to stress about.
And I think it would depend on the oil too. Like if I'm using it as an adult and I can feel that there's a lot of cinnamon in it, I'm not going to use that on my kids, right? Because I've had experiences where cinnamon has burned my children. I mean, not like horribly, like no boils or anything, but like red marks because of cinnamon. So someone said, what happened with cinnamon in the kids? I had a topical, like my son. Okay, honestly, I was using Germ Fighter in the bath. It's true. He sat down, was like, that's hot, jumped up, and he had some red in some areas. So I literally like burnt my kid with cinnamon.
And a rule of thumb for that is not to use those hot or cooling oils in the bath, just because water tends to, make those a little more intense because it's a wider body of water and it's covering a larger portion of your body. So peppermint, cinnamon, things like that, it's just best to avoid in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Retha.
Yeah, I know. This was so many years ago, okay? And I didn't have anything, and he was sick, so it was a bad experience. But anyway, so going back to the wash-off products, just I really think it depends on what oil's in it too. Like I said, maybe not with cinnamon. If you can really tell that there's cinnamon in it, maybe not do that one. But if there's a little bit of peppermint in it that you can, barely smell the peppermint, you're probably completely fine to use that in a wash-off product with your children. So just be aware of what the products are. Again, if plant therapy was to ever come out with like a wash-off product, like a hand soap or something, we would say that any of those products are safe to use with children and pregnant or nursing, even if they're like our non-KidSafe oils in it, because we would make sure that it's at the appropriate dilution, and with our education, we would be safe. And if there was something that was like an absolute no, we would mark it. So again, just keep that in mind from products coming from plant therapy. But if it's a company that doesn't give as much as education, then do the research and feel free to ask us these questions, right? Like, it has peppermint in it. Do you think it's okay? And we can kind of guide you around on making that decision. Okay, let's see. I think Retha, say more. I'm not saying more. No more new products, you guys. I am down to the bottom of my comments, so I think I've addressed all the comments, at least that I've seen on Facebook and YouTube. Anything on Instagram? Do we want to do a couple, one or two more on Instagram?
Yeah, let's do a few in here. Army Wife is asking if the blog post tells you why certain oils are not kid safe, like how ylang ylang is not really topically safe but can be diffused. Do we go into specifics?
It depends on the blog post.
This new one. Does your new one, Tyler?
Pardon? Oh, and my new one? No, I do not. That brings up a valid question that I didn't really talk about in the beginning either, is with oils like ylang ylang, originally we had talked about as a company moving forward with KidSafe when diffused. A reason that this never hit and we never really got into it and we backed away a little bit is we learned, or we didn't really learn, but we decided that it's a little more complicated than we initially thought, because it could vary batch to batch to batch to batch to batch. Not every one batch of essential oil is the same. And one of the batches of ylang ylang had higher constituents that we would not classify as KidSafe in it. So therefore, it would no longer be KidSafe when diffused. So it's not really something that we've gotten into yet, but it may be something that we talk about more later.
Yeah, but it's definitely something that if you reach out to us and say, like, I have this oil, why isn't it KidSafe? That's something that we're definitely more than happy to continue to educate. And it is something that I've actually pushed a lot for like newer products, and hopefully in the future we can add it to a lot of our products. But we do hope to give more education on that, because like I said, we have to draw the line somewhere, right? We're a company that's, marketing and educating thousands and thousands of customers, and it's just easier if we just draw the line in the sand somewhere, right? And even though it's so easy to step over that, like, it's confusing to our customers when we do that. And so so we have to draw the line somewhere, and but we, like I said, we want you to be able to get educated and know that information. So we're hoping to provide as much information to you, so that even if we say this isn't KidSafe to plant therapy strict standards, but here's why it's not, go and make the best decision for you and your family. We hope to continue to add education like that. Yeah, and so, but at any time, if you can't find the information to that, reach out to us, email cs@planttherapy.com, and we'll be able to say, this is why it's not KidSafe. It has this constituent, and this is the concern with that constituent, and then you can make that choice. And CS is going to get a lot of emails right now, and they're going to be really mad at me. We're bombarded with emails, but it's totally cool because we want you guys to have that information. So. Okay, one more.
Okay, I'll do one more. From Reb Woodman. He's asking, what is the difference between Better Than Kisses oil blend and the balm? Trying to decide.
So the difference is just the base. So the balm, the Better Than Kisses balm, has our Better Than Kisses blend in it, but it is in our balm base instead of undiluted or instead of infractionated coconut oil. So the balm is just extra beneficial. It helps keep the oil on the surface and then helps it slowly absorb into the skin at a little bit of a slower rate than like the carrier oil would. And the balm also has a lot of amazing healing properties for skin concerns. And so that's why something for like a Better Than Kisses, a balm might be a really good option for like a scratch or, you know, some type of boo-boo, because not only are you getting the benefit from the Better Than Kisses, but you're also getting a ton of healing benefit from the balm itself.
Tying on to that, I saw a few people ask, especially for the Better Than Kisses roll-on and the balm, is, you know, they asked whether they thought, because we've said that essential oils shouldn't be applied to open wounds. So tying on to that, it's important to realize that there's a difference between, you know, a small cut or abrasion and a wound. So in the case of like a minor scrape, a scratch, you fell and, you know, scratched your knee open, it's usually just the outer layer of the skin, because, you know, skin's made up of different layers. So when it's that first outside layer, that's what makes it safe to use a diluted essential oil, rather than like a surgical wound, a tattoo wound, puncture wounds, stuff like that that are much deeper and go through multiple layers of skin. In those cases, that's when you would want to avoid it, just because it gets directly into the bloodstream at that point, and there's just a lot more complications that could arise from that. So that's really the difference between the two.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind.
Thanks, Tyler. I did see that question of whether you could use on open wounds. So
Yeah.
thanks for clarifying that. Yeah, it has been 64 minutes, and that means Instagram's going to be shut off at 60 minutes because that's as long as Instagram goes. So, Tyler, thank you so much for joining us. I think you are welcome to leave if you want. We're just going to end this. So everyone, tell Tyler thank you for all of his amazing information, for his time, for his long time of way over how long
The
our
Instagram
lives
countdown
normally
is
last.
happening.
It is happening. Okay, Instagram, if we leave you, swipe up on one of the stories to enter the final giveaway. You know how to do it, so do it if we lose you. So bye, Tyler. Thank you so much for joining.
Bye, Tyler.
And I know how much you guys are excited for Tyler to have been here. So now to end this, we do have our final giveaway. You have until midnight tonight to enter this giveaway. You do need to enter via the giveaway link. So Facebook and YouTube, the giveaway link can be found in the comments as well as in the live description. Instagram, it's going to be found in the Plant Therapy Instagram stories. It'll have you swipe up, go and enter the giveaway. You have until midnight tonight. Your giveaway question is, what is important to you when you purchase a product? We want to know, what are the things you look for? Price, quality, trust in the company. You can put those if you want, or not, but tell us what's important to you when you purchase a product. And we have a mystery gift for the winner. Danny, I don't know what this mystery gift is, but can we choose 3 winners?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to choose 3 winners. You have until midnight tonight to enter, so good luck to everyone. Make sure you enter via the giveaway link. And a quick recap. KidSafe oils, we know it's important for our customers to know what that means. And just because an oil is not labeled KidSafe does not mean that you cannot safely use it around your children or even with your children if you're a rebel like me. No, if you're really educated like I am. That maybe sounded bad. I didn't mean that to come out like that. I just meant, okay, you know what I meant. We already talked about it. I don't need to explain it. I love you guys. Anyways, so hopefully we were able to answer a lot of your questions today. Again, if you have any other questions, we want to make sure that you feel confident in how you're using the oils. And like I said, even if it's something that we have to mark as KidSafe based off of the standards that we have set, it doesn't mean that you can't use it around your children if that's how you choose. So do research, reach out to us. We will continue to help educate you. We're going to do more blog posts on this because we know this is important information for our customers. So thank you for watching today. Again, please reach out to see us if you have any other questions that we weren't able to get to today. And then Friday, we will be back for our Friday show. We're going to be talking about the cold season and what special oils we have to help with that. We probably are going to do some giveaways. Okay, we're guaranteed going to do some giveaways. So come and join us. That's 9:30 a.m. on Friday. We'll see you then. Thanks, everyone. Have a good evening. Bye.